What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing turn signals and levers on the S1000RR. Go ahead and get started with the levers first. So the ones on the bike right now are perfectly fine, they do not go with the theme of the bike at all. So I'm going to install blacked out levers. Billet aluminum. If it'll focus. Alright, we'll get started with the brake lever side. There's going to be a 10mm nut on the bottom. These levers require you to take this pin out and put a new one in there. The new one's a little bit shorter. Gotta slip the little boot over. Make sure the boot sits around this little groove in there. Just pop it back in there. Put a tiny bit of grease in here as well. You want to make sure the pin that we just replaced, you want to make sure it sits in this hole. These also have a white washer that you have to put underneath the lever, like so. Move on to the clutch side. Alright, so one thing you want to be mindful of on the clutch side is the micro switches. There's a couple tabs right there. You want to make sure not to bend those when you're putting the new lever in or removing the old one. It could cause your quick shifter and cruise control to stop working. So this bolt right here is a Torx T25, and then you got a 10mm nut underneath. There's also a washer underneath, you want to make sure not to drop. So this little piece hooks in right here. Kind of have to maneuver it out. This little plastic piece you're going to have to transfer over to the new lever because this presses the little tabs on the micro switches for your quick shifter and cruise control. The piece is held on by a T6 Torx. These levers come with a new sleeve. Just going to grease up a little bit. Alright, the levers are on. Big improvement over the stock ones. The stock ones did not go with this bike at all. It just threw the whole look of the bike off. And these look so much better. Made in Italy. Great quality. Let's throw the turn signals on now. These are the European spec LED lights. Much nicer looking. But the reason I like going with these is because they're still functional. They're pretty bright. Some of the flush mount lights aren't as visible, but it's all personal preference. Apparently these are discontinued in the US, so I found a dealer in Germany that had them. It was about 50 euros a piece and then 50 euro shipping. So all in all, I think it ended up being about 165 US dollars. To remove the fairing, got one bolt up here, two on the sides, and then two on the bottom, one on the inside right here. Torx T25. So there's two plastic tabs that go into rubber grommets, one right here, one down here. You kind of have to use a little bit of force to get them out. This is where the turn signals plug into. You just kind of have to lift up on this little tab, pull it out. Try to do it. I could go ahead and unbolt the turn signal, which is a T30. Just pull that out. You're going to kind of angle it as you're pulling it out. There's a little tab. You could go ahead and put the new one in now. Quick comparison. Euro turn signals on the left, halogen US spec turn signals on the right. This is the finished product. These look so much better.